This is Zohar Pshat Day 121, and we're on Daf Tes Vav Amud Aleph. We're in the second paragraph of Masilim Yazhiru, and we're up to Zohar de Zora Zara, which is 1 to 6 line down in that second paragraph. The second paragraph starts on Maskilim, and the 6th line down is Zohar. And pretty fascinating Zohar today. I understand why the Zohar can be considered controversial. Zohar. The Zara Zali Akre. So this is the radiance which was implanted with the seed for the honor of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kahai Zara, like this Zara de Meshi, like a kernel, like a kernel of silk, dargavantov of a fine fabric. Tischafi go. So obviously silk is woven by silkworms, so it's it's a mixed metaphor here. But in any event, you take the silk, the fine silk, and you cover it up. You cover it up in the inside, and evidently the fine silk fabric is something which you don't show out in public. You hide it, and so the mixed metaphor here is that it's a seed, but it's also fine silk, and it's hidden. And delay, because this is its praise, but to outside the kula, and the advantage of everything. Bahai Bereshis, and this Bereshis, Bara, he created how stimad lo istel echolada. The secret which is not known, which is for this heichal, for this sanctuary. In other words, this level of understanding, Bereshis, is beyond the capacity of human beings in this world. It's, as I'll say, Kavod Elokim Haster Davar. It's something which is hidden from us and only grasped, evidently, in the eventual future of the world to come. Hechol Ada Yikra Elokim, but this is the fascinating part. This Hechol is called Elokim. And Veraz Ada, and this is the secret of Bereshis Bara Elokim. First, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so to speak, created the concept of Elokim. You know, Elokim is Takif Ubal Kochos Kulam. He's a master and of all forces. It's strong and master of all forces. Ilas ha'ilos v'sibas ha'sibos. The cause of all cause of all causes. It's hard to translate between Ila and Sibos. I'm not going to bother right now. But in any event, the point is that the Elokim is the Heichal, is the outer manifestation of the internal kernel, or the internal seed, which the Bria is seeded with. And we know that Elokim is the name which is operative in this world. Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is behind the scenes. Also Ekez, which is in a moment. So the idea is that there's a Heichal called Elokim. And that was created by HaKadosh Baruch Hu as the way in which normally in the Tzimtzum Hashem is manifest in the world. Not always. There's sometimes Giluyim, Nisim, but on the level of Havaya, other names of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But normally it's Elokim. That's the Heichal. That's the sanctuary which presents itself as a manifestation of the same kingship in the world. Zohar demine kulu ma'amoros, and the radiance in which all the statements of which are created emanate, is beriu beraza. They're created in the secret. Everything is in this secret chamber. Bispashtusa nekuda the Zohar sasim da. There is the expansion of the nekuda of radiance, which is hidden here. In other words, first it was the dot, and then it became this fine silk expanse, still very compact, inside this hidden space. And this is revealed as Elokim. And all the Mamoros come from this name, Elokim. And the fascinating thing here, he says, the Ibahaiksi Bara. If there's this Bara, in other words, Elokim is a Bria. All the Shemas of Hashem are really Brios. It's just the Zohar doesn't relate to it that way. But Maharal says every name is a relationship. There are no relationships before the world is created. So therefore, even the higher names, the ones which are inside the hiddenness of that heichal, they're also created. But the Elokim is the first name which is created, which is something which is, again, there's nobody discerning at the moment. So for a man's but something which can be discerned because it's a relationship which can be manifested in this world. Doesn't require transcending this world. And Bara, if this is called Bara, this is a Bria, there's no astonishment. The Chesiv says, the man is called a Bria. And the word Bara, remember the Zohar is Aramaic, where Bara means bar, outside, right? So if Elokim is considered outside, so to speak, so certainly when Akash Baruch creates man, even though he's B'Tselem Elokim, it's certainly outside. So it's taking something, a Bria, which we can take as a whole new understanding now. Bria means to take something internal, manifest it outwardly. And if Elokim is an outward manifestation of Akash Baruch Hu's relationship with the world, certainly Adam is an outward manifestation. And the word Bara, externalizing, relates to both. So that's Va'ivra Elokim es Adam etzamo, means that Akash Baruch Hu created man, and that is an externalization, an even greater externalization. And it's Bara Elokim, and Elokim Va'ivra es Adam Elokim es Adam etzamo. It's a praise also for humanity, if you think about it, because the Bara of the internal name of Akash Baruch Hu, or I should say names, is Elokim, and the external, I say internal, the external of the higher names is Elokim. The external of Elokim is Adam. Okay, and the Zohar, that's so sweet. One more line. Zohar Razada, the radiance of this, Bereshis Kadma, the Kula Shmei, Bereshis, in the earliest of all the names, it's not Havaya. It's Eke. We pronounce Ehye-h. Let's use the Shem of Hashem. Eke. It's still an Aleph, not a Yud. Right? Shema Kadisha, its only name. Galifa, which is engraved or carved. Besitroi, on its side. Elokim Glifa Be'itra. Elokim is engraved in the Itra, in the, it seems to be that which surrounds. And we'll come back to tomorrow what the relationship between Elokim and Eke and Elokim. But I want to read you fascinating, before you finish, one fascinating Nitutzi Oros here. It says, Perush means to say is Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey spelled out. Aleph, Lamed, Pei. Hey, Aleph, Yud, Vav, Dalet. Hey, Aleph. Take the Sofei Tevos. Otzer Chronos is Pei, Aleph, Dalet, Aleph, Gematria, Elokim. That's amazing. So, the Chitzonius, the Bara of Eke is Elokim. Eke is inside. And of course, Eke is also the connotations that we know from the sneh. But we'll leave that for tomorrow.